What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about how many half dollars, how many quarters, and how many dimes it would take to equate to 1 ounce of silver. But really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Brand new video over there. Go check it out. The link will be in the description. And if you want to help support the channel by getting some DYDSS merchandise, of course we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies which are up for grabs, as well as a bunch of other designs. Many of the gear that we sell is raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. But today, I wanted to talk about junk silver. I haven't been putting out too many videos about 90% constitutional silver lately, and even though I'm not the biggest fan of junk silver, I much rather and prefer pure silver, 3 nines fine, 4 nines fine silver. I do understand the significance and the importance of 90%. For example, fractional. Silver on a fractional level. I say it all the time. A quarter, a dime, or a half dollar that is 90% silver is pretty much the closest thing we're ever going to have to fractional silver coins here in the US. Of course, you can get them from other countries. I know that they have quarter ouncers elsewhere. I know that you can get fractional silver bars or silver rounds, but the premiums on all of those things are through the roof, and I'm personally unwilling to pay that kind of a premium on a mere fractional piece of silver. So rather than doing that, I get 90% junk constitutional silver because, once again, it's the closest thing we're going to have to fractional silver coins. So first and foremost, I wanted to talk about the silver half dollar. Silver half dollars that were minted before 1965. They are 90% silver and contain 0.362 troy ounces of silver in them. So if we were to do a little bit of simple math, if you multiply that number by 3, you would get 1.086. So roughly 3 half dollars are the equivalent to a troy ounce of silver. To be a little bit more specific, it would take 2.9 halves, give or take, but just by rounding up, just to make it a little bit more even, just to get it to hit that 1 troy ounce, it would take 3 silver half dollars. Now, personally, like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of junk silver, but between half dollars or quarters or dimes, I always lean a little bit more towards half dollars. They're closer to an ounce of silver than, let's just say, a quarter or a dime would be. But moving forward, now I want to talk a little bit about quarters. Quarters are the most common, for me at least. I can't speak on behalf of everyone, but every single time I convert my dollars into silver online, I always make sure to throw in at least $1 face value of 90% junk constitutional silver. And every single time I do that, when I open up the package whenever it arrives, 9 times out of 10, I get quarters. If I get $1 face value, odds are I'm going to get 4 quarters. I have ordered $8, $9, $10, $11, and in the mail I received a big bag of quarters. So, quarters seem to be the most common for me. I don't know if anybody else can relate, but when it comes to pre-1965 silver quarters, each one contains 0.1808 troy ounces of silver. So, once again, by doing a little bit of simple math, if we multiply that number by 6, it would take 6 silver quarters to surpass the 1 ounce mark. To be more specific, 1.0851 ounces is what the 6 silver quarters would weigh. AKA, it would really take about 5 3/4 silver quarters in order to get to the 1 troy ounce mark. But by rounding up to make things simple, it takes about 6 silver quarters to get to that 1 troy ounce mark. Now, last but certainly not least, I want to talk about silver dimes. As I said before, half dollars are probably my favorite. More specifically, Walking Liberty half dollars are probably my favorite junk silver coin. But second in command would probably be the Mercury dime. Now, for the sake of the video, I just used a Roosevelt dime. It's something that more people are probably familiar with. But I love the way Mercury dimes look. I have a few. I have ordered some specifically Mercury dimes rather than just random junk silver where I don't know exactly what I'm going to get. I like to do that because it's always a surprise. You never really know 100%. Maybe it's going to be half dollars, maybe it's going to be quarters, maybe it's going to be dimes, maybe it's going to be mixed up, a little bit of everything. You never know, so that's why I like to do that, even though I tend to really only get quarters. But I wanted to talk about dimes, finally, because pre-1965 silver dimes each contain 0.0723 troy ounces of silver. Now, if we were to, once again, do a little bit of simple math and multiply that number by 14, we would be surpassing the 1 troy ounce mark. To be a little bit more specific, it would be 1.01. So that's a pretty easy way of getting to roughly 1 troy ounce of silver. Now, earlier in the video, I had mentioned that I'm not that big of a fan of junk silver because I like pure silver, but the way I see it, junk silver, fractional silver, is a good way of being able to quote-unquote make change or break an ounce per se. For example, it takes 14 silver dimes to equate to roughly 1 troy ounce of silver, so just by taking 7 of those dimes, you know you have a half an ounce right there. If we're looking at quarters, if you take 2 silver quarters, you know you're looking at about 1/3 of an ounce of silver. Or if you were to take 2 silver half dollars, you know you're looking at about 2/3 of an ounce of silver. So that's just the way I like to look at it. That's just the way I like to see it. I understand the significance. I understand the importance of 90% junk constitutional silver. I'm not the biggest fan of it for obvious reasons. As I said before, I like pure silver, but I understand the importance. I understand that it's the closest thing we're ever going to have to fractional silver, and it is a way that you can absolutely, quote-unquote, make change or break an ounce. If you guys agree with me on that, or if you guys enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button. If you guys like me, make sure to subscribe. New videos every single day, 365 days a year. Also, make sure to subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Got a bunch of videos over there, all things money. It's not just about silver. It's not just about gold. Sometimes we'll talk about industries where a lot of cash is being made, and sometimes we'll even talk about some sports betting. Go check them out. The link will be in the description. And if you want to help support the channel in the biggest possible way, please consider getting yourself some DYDSS merchandise. Of course, we have some precious metal themed t-shirts and hoodies, which are up for grabs, as well as a bunch of different designs. Many of the gear that we sell is raising funds and awareness for different charity organizations. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. And once again, I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know any and all thoughts regarding 90% silver. We're not really talking about 40% silver in today's video, but as for 90%, are you a fan of it? I know there's a lot of people out there, all they stack is 90% silver. They don't even pay any attention to pure silver. Strictly 90%. There's a lot of people out there who refuse to stack 90%, and they only focus their attention on pure silver. 3 nines fine, 4 nines fine silver. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your tactics, your strategies. What are your thoughts regarding using or utilizing junk silver as a tool or a method of being able to break an ounce of silver you absolutely needed to. Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.